Hey, so this is AramisD join us, and pretty much this is the effect that I learned for this project. As you know, I showed a video before this, hopefully. um, so pretty much the effect that I chose to review and look at was something that was rather simple. If you didn't realize, some of the thing that I chose is this wiggling text and this infinitely scrolling like chain of text and whatnot. Um, so yeah, this is a video I showed. I think the more suited way of looking at it is to look at a different version. This is the very first. This is me trying it out for the first time. So this is specifically 3 specific things that I chose. This one was the first one. This is the infinite scrolling text. So what I did is I had a null object. You can't see it because it's a null object. But I had an object that moved throughout the duration. See over there? This is the x, so it's going from here to there. It moved slowly from left to right. So this is one full rotation. And then I had these two objects parented with it. Or, well, this is the parent. This is like quote unquote children. So pretty much it takes the values of this null objects and moves alongside with it. So what pretty much happens is you have this acts as like one big group. Because if you don't know, this is in fact 2 text bubbles over here. So yeah, it's 2 text bubbles, and it keeps going. So it doesn't appear infinite over here, but that's because the looping part of it is actually applied to this composition. As you can see, time remap. Right click, you go on time and enable time remapping. Option click, you're able to code certain things. So I was able to code it. I typed down loop out. So even when it finishes with this, it just restarts. So it ends as soon as it's perfectly in sync with how it ends and how it starts. So it's all seeming to be one perfect thing. So there's that. I didn't actually. It's kind of useless to talk about it since I didn't really use it, but this was like my introduction or whatever. And then the next one is this. This is that this part, making it all slanted. So what happens is I put a map on here, or mask. I put a mask. So this is a different type of mask that I was playing around with, but I put this mask over here, and what happened is I used something where you go to path options. I put down the path that I wanted, which is this mask. See, if I go down to none, it's totally gone. If I go down to mask 1, it goes over to this in here. Now if I go to mask 2, it's over here. But then what I did is reverse path, so it's not that weird inner circle. It works weird out. It goes back into the outer circle and looks actually, decent. And to create all that movement and stuff, what I did was I went to transform. Actually, wait, no, never mind. I think I should went into transform. Anyway, oh wait, let's just go back to here. There we go. So now, see, there we go. I went over here, and what I did is on first margin, I made it so it's constantly moving. So this the quote unquote margin over here is moving slowly but surely, which pushes the text very obviously. So that's how I achieve that scrolling effect, which is pretty cool. Then for the last one is this movement. But yeah, what I did is this one I feel like is probably the most complicated. Not really. I feel like this other one, as you can see, with my difficulty with it, I think. But this one's I feel like this was the most fun, and it's I mean, look at that. It's kind of cool to look at. But what I did is I went to add property. I added position and rotation. And then for the last part, I added wiggly. Originally, this wiggly looks a lot more like a floaty movement, but what I can do is I can move position to make it more and less extreme. See, look, now it's all going all crazy. But yeah, I can make it more extreme for one way or the other. This is right and left, up and down. I can also change if it moves over here, like the rotation of everything. Um, so yeah, this is wiggles per second. There's also a bunch of other stuff that I could do, but I didn't really play around with it. I just played around with the most of the stuff. See, wiggles per second. Now it's a lot slower. If I crank it all the way up, now it's so. These are pretty much the basic effects that I looked over, and yeah. So looking back over here, you could see that. Hold on. Let's just turn off this audio. I don't know if you can hear it. It is distracting me. But you can see scrolling both of those two effects. Everything else was just, it's just padding just to make stuff look good. As you can obviously tell, this isn't actually going to be a part of my Zenith project. This was more of like a representative. This is what you probably can expect. I'm still working on certain aspects of my Zenith project as of making this video. Hopefully, I get it done on time. But yeah, it was kind of fun to actually make this. I did not expect that. It's something kind of silly, but yeah, it was great to kind of make this and try to really go in depth to see how this. I feel like this is a lot important. This is kind of very important for certain things. I don't know if it's 100%, but yeah. If anything, it's just at least really fun. Yeah. So it's pretty much those effects, and then just me playing around with certain things like positioning, like yeah, it seems like that was a good time to end it, but I kind of want to talk a little bit more about the positioning for the steps. This this other composition that I call the slided, which is all of this other exterior things sliding in. Have his position. He kind of swoops out and rotates a little bit. I have all the things coming in, with certain things coming in at different times, like these two commas are coming in at different times. You have everything coming in from all over the place. There's a lot of text that you don't even see. It's a lot of edgy stuff. I had somebody on the inside, I guess, to help me with this quote. I had people disappoint me, and then I asked them, "Hey, you know what to do for this? So how to finish this off?" And they told me, and I was like, "Oh, that's great." So I just stuck it in there. But yeah, it was kind of simple, but it was actually kind of fun. I have a lot to worry about, so this was a nice kind of break of pace. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening.